eczema. Goal pa me neck, nah give me eczema. Big baller, got me Benzema. Anyway you see me, you have to see 10 killer.
Alright, it's just now 6:27 p.m. right here on Slam 100.5 as we continue inside the Juggle Season 2, Episode 2 right here on Slam 100.5. It's your boy Jassy Marique, as always joined by the football high priest, Stefano himself. We are, ladies and gentlemen, proud to introduce to you a brand new health segment. Of course, we recognize that in these times, a lot of persons are missing out on exercise for whatever reason, whether that is an acceptable excuse or not. I myself have not been keeping up. As soon as contact sports were, no longer allowed and
no longer the main source of exercise.
That is
the contact
the
sports.
sweat. The sweat. I find it very difficult sometimes to motivate myself to head and do some exercise or to run.
I feel you.
This is why we have this segment in mind for persons and maybe like-minded, or even those who are already pretty active or consider themselves active. We've going to get into a little bit of a health discussion now, Stefano.
Yeah. So this segment is called the Healthy Holistic Haven, and what we are trying to achieve as Team Juggle, as Jassy would have alluded to, we are trying to give persons tips, not only in terms of physical fitness, Jassy, but also in terms of that mental health and wellness that is so important to everyone during these pandemic times. So today, our guests are David Warner and Akini Thomas, all right, and they are from Superb Health and Fitness Limited, all right, and they are going to be giving us some health tips on how to cope during this COVID-19 pandemic.
Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome.
Good afternoon, Stefano.
All right, so let me toss the first question as I am quite visibly, Stefano, the one and more.
In dire need
of the expertise of these two gentlemen, guys. I guess that has to be one of the major complaints that you or concerns that you would have found from clients or potential clients during this period. Those that find it very difficult to motivate themselves to go out and exercise, or especially for a long period we had to do it alone. No crowds, no gathering. So tell me, I guess, what has that experience been like for you guys to sort of bring a flavor and a spin that would encourage the unwilling fitness or potential fitness enthusiast to get up and shake a leg?
Okay, so good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Basically, all of us were affected by the pandemic. We are still being affected by the pandemic, but health is important. So I would say improvise, just be very, very creative. There are lots of household items that you can use. There's information on the web, Google, YouTube, that you can really Google and search exercises that you can do at home. For example, like a water bottle, your chairs at the side of your bed. Just be creative, because at the end of the day, it's almost 2 years, almost 2 years that we are on the pandemic. And if we don't get up now and be active, our health is going to deteriorate. So we need to be active.
Yeah, Akini?
Yeah, definitely. To reiterate that what David said, basically you have to get up and move. Basically, you have to understand your whys. In terms of why should someone start to work out? Maybe it's someone who used to work out like you, just probably used to take a little sweat here and there. And it would have persons who would have never worked out before. And person just have to understand that general health and wanting a longer life is most important. And this is without even COVID-19, that you want to stay healthy, you want to stay fit, and you want to have a longer life, right? So general health is just one. understanding the virus and understanding your body is very important as well. Exercise helps boost the immune system. It helps two other systems, which is very important, which would be your cardiovascular system and your respiratory system, which are the systems affected by COVID-19 mainly. So any type of physical activity, getting up and doing any type of physical activity, as David said, it doesn't have to be outside. It doesn't have to be anything strenuous. You could use stuff that you have at home to become physically active.
Now, in my experience so far, as you guys would have rightfully mentioned, everybody is dealing with this thing, and with the advent in the similar way that we are chatting now virtually. In the beginning, that novelty would have been what spurred a lot of persons on, connecting virtually with persons that may not be very close, persons that you may not have seen in a while, and I'm talking here specifically about in that exercise sort of mold and that exercise atmosphere or physical activity atmosphere. But now it's gotten a bit monotonous. I'm sure you guys might agree to some extent. What are some ways that you think persons can sort of spruce up that experience to make it seem new again and to maintain that inspiration and motivation to keep exercising?
I would say having a partner, having a group, having a partner that is something that actually helps a lot. Just to be accountable for each other. There will be days that obviously you wouldn't feel to work out, but that's where your partner comes in, or that's where you come in for your partner. There are a lot of online fitness groups as well, Superb being one of them. What you actually pay a workout, an online fitness group for is the camaraderie, the motivation that you get in that group of itself. The trainer also helps to motivate you. That is the purpose of a trainer as well. So I would advise that, like, grab a partner. It could be anybody, your family, your friends, just somebody who is committed to that exercise as well, and you'll be fine.
Okay, so guys, Jassy spoke about his experience, so I'm going to talk about my experience now.
Enough
so
about
I also have not been very active during this period. So I'm worried that, I'm an avid football player as well. Not too skilled, but I try to think. So I am worried that after this period, when I am going back out to sweat and play football and stuff, that I might get injured, because I feel like I've been so inactive over this period. So do you have any tips for someone like me that has not been active over these past 18 months in terms of getting back into a routine in a safe manner?
Yeah, definitely. So just as you and Jessica would have said that you all would, go out to sweat or play a little football or so. I mean, that is all well and fine. And that may be on your leisure time that, you want to do this to enjoy that time. But you have to also understand the seriousness of physical exercise. And maybe the condition you were in before COVID, being active in the football, you may be not in that same condition right now in terms of a lot of things. Maybe your weight, maybe your physical fitness and stuff like that. So wanting to play football again is all well and fine, but it's also understanding that physical fitness is a lifestyle change. You have to make a lifestyle change. So that's the only thing that could basically keep you on top of your game in terms of being able to probably run a whole 90 minutes,
90 seconds, yeah, that's the fun. That's the fun.
And 90 minutes. So it's all about making a lifestyle change, because a lot of persons have the impression that they do stuff over the period of time and they become lighter, so they're healthier. And persons have to understand that lighter isn't always heavier. Isn't always healthier. So there's a lot of other components that come together to make you a healthier person, more than just what you see on the scale.
How important is it as well, or how much would you guys recommend keeping track of your things like your weight, your BMI, that kind of thing? Because boy, oh boy, was I surprised when I stepped onto the scale in the drugstore the other day to see, the weight, the BMI, etc. You know, how important is it to keep track of these things? Because as you mentioned, Stefano, sometimes you're not even paying. You don't feel heavier, you don't feel slower, but you know you're really putting on some pungs around the waist and thing now, boy. So, you know how important is monitoring those things?
It is definitely important. I guess that is what will keep you motivated, is the fact that you go on the scale and you see something that you don't like, or you see something that you like and you want to maintain it, because that is getting to your goal weight or your goal. The primary goal is health, but getting to that weight that you want to see, that's just half the battle. The next half is to maintain. So you always have to maintain. And in addition to what Akini was saying in terms of the football, I would recommend that you also start slowly. All right, you don't just jump back into it. Make sure you get those runs in. You know, start slowly. Do a lot of resistance exercises on the legs so that you wouldn't pull your hamstrings and that type of stuff.
All right, guys. So, you know, we're talking about health and fitness. So tell us, you know, the listening public, how can Superb Fitness and Health Limited, you know, help persons, you know, who want to get fit or who want to stay fit? How can you all help persons in these times and also going forward?
Well, in terms of us helping persons who would require help, would mainly come back to what David would have mentioned earlier on, in terms of the personal training, creating that atmosphere where you would see persons just like yourself struggling the same, going through the same trials and tribulations that you would be going through with the workouts, having the same stress that you would be having to work out. We could basically create this avenue for you, or create this forum for you to get that workout in. And as David also said, starting slow and building, and not just jumping into stuff before it's time.
Now, this is meant to be an interactive segment, callers. So, of course, we want to encourage you guys to share your thoughts, your questions, concerns. You can call in 624-1005 or 623-5001. Of course, share your comments on the WhatsApp to let us know. You know, if you have any questions, health related, etc. It would be interested to do a segment, Stefano, on mental health and what the sweat means to the boys, to the men, to the gentlemen, especially for female.
You have a lot of those ladies calling in during that segment.
And what the mental health benefits of the sweat.
Yes, that camaraderie.
All right, so we have a call. Let's take a quick call here and see what's happening. Hello, welcome to the Juggle.
Good afternoon.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Hey, you take a long boy.
Jaffy and Priest, my brother.
Yes, my brother.
Good to hear you all back.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. So we inside our Health Haven segment here. Any questions, concerns for our goodly experts on such matters here?
Yes. Well, before I pose the question, I just want to say, Fanny, you mustn't lie to the public. You know, you used to play in the Pro League. FC Juggle.
All right, brother. Carry on, please.
But yes, Jaffy, my question to the fitness experts, I have found that slugging of the member.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we want to say thank you very much to Akini and David.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. It was a pleasure.
No problem. Anytime. It was a pleasure.
All right, so this has been our inaugural Health Haven segment, guys. You can look out for it each and every Monday right here on the Juggle from 6:20 or thereabouts. Of course, as we take you inside the world of mental and physical health, where you can have all of your questions answered, all of your concerns addressed as it pertains to such matters. And for those in authority that may be listening to the Juggle this afternoon, we want to sweat.
Yeah, we want to sweat, man.
We want to sweat.
GG.
We want to sweat. We want to sweat. We want to,
GG here, and we want to sweat, boy.
Oh gosh, give me something now. A little something, boy. Just a little to aside. I'm taking out to aside, and
To aside.
I'm taking out to aside, boy. Yeah, boy. And it's level beats. Why does man just do this, boy?
It's a give or take.
Yes, boy.
You have no behavior.
overtake.
Not changing, boy.
All right, guys, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we're going to go around the world. What's happening in football in countries and territories abroad that has piqued your interest? Certainly, I want to talk about, Stefano, that incident that we saw in the League that match between Nice and Marseille, where fans... It got ugly. Let's just
very
suffice it to
serious
say it got
stuff,
very ugly between the players and fans. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to Juggle right here each and every Monday, brought to you by Jack Daniels Tennessee Apple. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we continue to talk football right here. Keep it locked.